Everybody, Gibson's Lawn Service checking back in. The guy wrote in, he says, read his comment. He says, Gibson, I understand what you're saying. I work 10 hours a day, 4 days a week. I only have time on Friday and Saturday to build my business. And my wife be wanting me to spend time with her and the kids. It's really, how do I go about building a business while giving family time while working? All right, now you have to ask yourself, what is your end goal? You have to ask yourself, what is your end goal and what is it that you are trying to accomplish? Because I'm gonna be honest, man. Once you have a family and you have a full-time job and you have a set schedule, your woman will plan your days off. Say it again. Your woman will plan your days off. Now, I don't know how big your kids is. If you got teenagers, you can pretty much kind of do what it is you want to do, because you got teenagers, man. Those kids pretty much got their day plan of what they want to do. But if you have small children, here's where the problem gonna come in at. Because see, it takes a certain type of man to build a business. And I had one guy in the comments say, Gibson, you own a job, you don't own a business. It don't matter. I report to myself. So it don't matter. Even if you want to build a job, it doesn't really matter. So my question to you is, how bad is it, do you really want this thing? Because it takes a certain type of man to go start up a business outside of his 40-hour work week from his full-time job. And it takes a certain type of woman to understand that. And I'm gonna be honest, only 10% of women understand that. I told y'all before, my wife didn't really get what it was I was trying to do. You can explain it all day long, but at the end of the day, what you mean you taking all our extra money and putting it into your business? What do you mean the business is not turning a profit? What do you mean you're gonna be gone all weekend just to break even? See, that's why guys like Elon Musk, they can't stay married. And the only type of women that Elon Musk can marry is gold digging women. Because a true woman who really loves you, she wants you home on the weekends. What you mean you invest in all we have into this and you don't know if it's gonna work? If I'm not mistaken, Elon Musk isn't married. And when his children were small, his wife was kind of raising those children by herself. But if you be quiet and chill out, you see the end results. Now you guys are millionaires, billionaires, whatever it is. But it takes a certain type of individual to build that. And what comes with that is neglect. Golly, man, I hate early mornings like this. You can't see a flipping thing. I see, like, I'm gonna give you an example of my situation. See, when you got 3 small children, all my kids small, but 2 of them they can kind of figure it out. But the other 3, it's like we can't figure it out. We're just so small. So anytime my wife have a doctor's appointment, she gotta take all 5 kids with her to a doctor's appointment. She feels as though it's beneficial for me to stay home that morning while she run to her doctor's appointment, and then she'll come back home and then I go do what I got to do. All right? There's no sense in arguing with that. Because I used to try to, man, I gotta run my business. So now what I do, well, I'm gonna just work 6 days a week. Screw it. Flip taking the weekend off. We're gonna work 6 days a week. That's how we gonna do it, then that's how we gonna do it. And that's why I work night shift on my job to run my business during the day. But then it'd be like, well, you don't want to work day shift so you can be home at night. Nah, you gotta find somebody to watch the kids while you go to your doctor's appointment. So we ain't really got no help, so I'm gonna just go on night shift, and that way if you need it, go to the doctor. I can stay home with the kids during the day. A lot of that stuff you have to figure out, and then a lot of that stuff you just ignore. Because when you're trying to get a business off the ground, build a business, like if I'm not mistaken, maybe I'm wrong, but I believe Jeff Bezos' wife divorced him after he made it, because she couldn't take the fact that, man, you done gave all this time to building this thing. Now you've built it. Now we're rich, but it's never enough for you. Those type, when you got a millionaire, billionaire husband, it's never gonna be enough for him. He's gonna always push and push and push to get more, to get more, to get more, to get more. And we all have, as a man, a man is created for war. A man is created to conquer. And certain men, I'm not gonna say certain, all men have that one thing that they will never stop chasing. All men have that one thing that they will never stop chasing. You got some guys that love to play basketball, played all through school, played through college. Some of them didn't get to go pro. So the ones that didn't get to go pro, on the weekends, they in the gym playing ball, they at the park playing ball. They will never let that go. That's just what they gonna do to the day they die. They gonna shoot ball. You got some guys that no matter how much money you let them make, it's never enough. And I'm not saying it's not enough to the fact that they're gonna be greedy. I'm saying it's never enough to the fact that, hey man, they're always striving to make just a little bit more. You have those type of people. And that's why they say opposites attract. You cannot have two ambitious people together. It won't work. It won't work, because you would take this person, he's so ambitious, he willing to take out loans, do this, do that for his next idea. And imagine the woman was doing the same thing. Man, that's why y'all get on the same page. Y'all would never, two ambitious people would never be on the same page at the same time. Because I'm just going to use my situation. You may have me running my lawn business. I might want to say, hey man, I want to invest in this skid steer with a mulch head. It's $176,000. All right, so boom, I go get finance for that. I might have a woman that say, hey, I want to open up this small nail salon. I can rent this building. It's like $2,600 a month. And she gonna do that. It take a lot to get a business off the ground for it to be profitable. And sometimes, well, 100% of the time, you're gonna take losses here and there. So y'all both can't be taking losses, and y'all got bills to pay and kids to raise. You see how it won't work? You gotta have somebody that's kind of, this man out here taking a risk. Why this man out here taking a risk, this woman going to